This episode is brought to you by Indeed. Stop waiting around for the perfect candidate. Instead, use Indeed sponsored jobs to find the right people with the right skills fast. It's a simple way to make sure your listing is the first candidates see. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs have 4 times more applicants than non-sponsored jobs. So go build your dream team today with Indeed. Get a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
This is the TJ Show, and yeah, we needed to do this. My dog Luna was so bored with our show. We figured this out because my wife Jess would leave the house, turn the radio on. She thought our voices would keep her company, especially me. I'm her dada. Put her right to sleep, and we figured it out very quickly. It was because we were only talking about human-related issues. So we switched that up real fast. We started featuring the biggest stories in animal headlines. We called it Luna's Animal Tales. Now she sits around the radio and she waits for this. Other animals love it too. It sounds wacky, but it's just the way it is. You know, we're doing a show for animals too. Let's start here. There was a woman who was hiking in New Zealand. This is one of the reasons I don't hike. She fell off of a waterfall. 180 feet.
Yeah,
she was just hiking with her dog. Yeah, it was her and her dog Molly. She winds up getting away. She lived. Thank goodness. They had to airlift her out of there, but the dog was lost. It was still on the hiking trail, and they couldn't find her. And there's no way to fund a look for animals. So they eventually raised a bunch of money, tons of money actually, and they were able to get a helicopter out there. They found the dog, and it seemed the dog, Molly, was waiting at the bottom of the waterfall, which is where the woman fell.
Yeah, the last place the dog saw his owner is where the dog was.
Absolutely. I don't even know how. I mean, it's like a long drop, too. How does the dog go there, and how does it know to wait there?
Well, thankfully, the dog's able to get down there without hurting itself.
Yeah, it's a miraculous story, but they're back together, and hopefully they never go hiking again. There's no need for it.
Exactly.
You stay in your house. Then you've got these 2 famous eagles, Jackie and Shadow, Big Bear Lake. You know, there's a little live stream. You see everything they're doing.
Yep.
And they seem to have babies every year. Well, the 2 babies that they just had, they're doing great.
That's good. Good news.
Their journey has just begun. They call these chicks bobbleheads. The chicks are fed small bits of fish and other prey. The parents' saliva is also full of electrolytes and antibodies, which gives the little ones a good start. I would like some of that. Can they put that in a vitamin?
That's disgusting.
Yeah. Eagle-Aid. It's got a ring
like when
to
the
it.
mother feeds a baby, you know?
Yeah, it's so cool. And one of the chicks froze to death last year, I think, in a blizzard. But
sad.
This is all good. It looks like they're all in good shape, so that's good. And then there's a Missouri man. His pet has officially been named the oldest living dove in captivity at the age of 44 years and a bunch of days. Doves in captivity typically have a life expectancy of about 20 years, which is so weird. I mean, it's more than double.
Wow.
How does a dove live 44 years?
That's
Dwayne, the guy's name, has had Sugar, the dove, since the day he hatched. I would always hope that I'd come across a bird's nest, and then the thing would hatch, and it'd see me first and think I'm its parent.
Okay.
And then it would hang out on my shoulder for its whole life. That'd be kind of fun. Sugar's favorite activity is to sit on the couch with Dwayne and watch TV. He's been nicknamed Lapdog, and the bird even taps his foot when there's music playing, which is super
cute.
cool. So look at that. You can make friends with a bird if you're interested in that kind of a thing. Those are Luna's Animal Tales, the biggest stories and animal headlines on the TJ Show. It's a nice email here. It says, hello, just wanted to send a quick message about how great your show is. I love how the 4 of you connect with one another and in turn connect with all your listeners. Thank you for that. This is from Karen. TJ, I too had a Luna. That's my dog. She was a 10-year-old yellow lab, and we sadly had to make the difficult decision to put her to sleep 2 weeks ago.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, we miss her so much. She really was my best friend. Wow, I read that, and I'm so grateful that my Luna is about to turn 13. And I take that for granted sometimes. I just assume, she'll be around forever. But, she's not. I got to cherish this time with her.
Yeah.
I love listening to your show every day. Your show brings a smile to my face and some laughter. Keep up Luna's Animal Tales. Yeah, those are the biggest stories in animal headlines. You just heard those a few moments ago. I will think of my Luna every time I hear this segment. And she attached a picture of her. What a sweet-looking dog. She was a sweet, sweet dog. You make me smile, from Karen. Thank you, Karen, for taking a moment to reach out to us. We
That's
really
very
appreciate
kind.
it.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're so sorry to hear about your dog. That's tough.
Yeah, it's a member of the family, so that hurts.
Yeah.
Spend a lot of time and attention on pets.
Yeah, like I want to get mad at my daughter Charlie. She'll sneak up in the middle of the night sometimes and like sneak our Luna to her bed, which Luna's really not allowed to be in any bed. But we're like, yeah, but it's Luna.
Yeah, she's done her time. And for the longest, she followed the rules,
She
man.
did.
Now she's like, listen, I'm old. Let me be. Let me just do my thing.
Yeah, she trots back to the house when she wants to. Leave me alone. I'm doing fine.
That's right.
We got a message over the weekend. And you know how we talked to our friend Candy? She's one of our listeners from Wisconsin. She told us that her boyfriend was away for a whole bunch of days. Well, another one of our listeners who regularly calls, his name is Michael in Southern Oregon.
Nice.
Had a message for Candy. And you may remember also, Michael named a chicken after our listener Candy.
That's right.
Hello, everybody. It's Michael from Southern Oregon. Now, to help Candy get through the last few days of her boyfriend's disappearance, absence,
He's on vacation with his family, okay? He didn't disappear.
Man.
here are some encouraging words from Candy.
Then he puts the phone by the chicken that he named
Yes.
Candy, and it relays this message. I mean, that sounds like a cartoon.
Oh my goodness. She has lots to say.
Okay. I think that's enough.
Yeah.
Okay. Hopefully the rest of you have a good week.
Yeah.
Bye.
Well, thank you for that. It's very thoughtful.
That was great, Michael.
Yeah, I think that
Very kind of you.
Candy, the listener's boyfriend, will be back with her this week. So listen, she's not alone anymore. So I asked Kenny to load that audio into ChatGPT, and yet again, it spit out an answer.
Yeah, fascinating.
I don't know if it can tell like what the chicken's going through, but that's what I was hoping for, and I think we got a pretty satisfying answer here.
Based on the structure and duration, short, approximately 6-second burst, I can decode typical chicken vocal patterns pretty reliably.
Do you think it's just making this up? Like, there's no way. Does it really know how to decipher what a
Let's-
chicken is thinking?
Well, let's
Here's
see.
what it most likely is saying. Chicken emoji. Translation, based on common chicken vocal behavior. When there is urgency, faster plus higher pitch spikes. Mood, concern / low-level alarm. Meaning, pay attention. Something might be wrong, now say boy. Not full panic, but definitely heightened awareness.
What was that?
I think it hallucinated a noise.
Really?
Yeah.
Hold on, let me hear what that is.
Be wrong, now say boy.
I say, boy.
I say, boy.
I say, boy.
That was not in its response textually.
Not full panic, but definitely heightened awareness.
Okay, so the chicken was just aware that there was something going on, which makes sense. He was leaving us a message.
When it's more rhythmic and relaxed clucking. Mood, content / conversational. Meaning, just doing my thing. Everything's normal.
So that's what chickens are doing? They're just doing their thing, and everything's when they're just clucking around?
Chickens actually chat like this while foraging. Bullseye emoji. My best read from what you sent. It's not distress or panic. No harsh squawking or screaming.
Oh, good.
It sounds like low-level alert plus commentary. Basically, something caught my attention. I'm keeping an eye on it. Anyone else seeing this?
Okay, so the chicken was fine. That's good. That makes me feel better.
Brain emoji. Fun extra. This is real behavior science. Chickens have specific vocalizations for different threats, air versus ground predators, and they also narrate their environment constantly, kind of like a running commentary track.
Oh, I didn't know that about chickens. So when they're constantly going like, go ahead, let me hear. So the reason why they're so noisy is I guess they're commenting on their surroundings. Like, oh, look,
okay.
there's a seed. There's a bug. There's a leaf. I'm going to eat it. Good job, bro. And they just are constantly talking.
So they're always talking.
Yeah.
It's kind of like my dad does that. My dad will point and comment on things as he's walking through life.
My dad used to do the same thing. It used to annoy me so much, and now I've caught myself doing it, and I'm like, what?
You're like
What's
a chicken.
happening?
You're like a chicken.
My dad's like, hey, look, McDonald's. Oh, yeah. There's a tree over there. It's pretty nice.
My dad used to do that all the time.
Wow. So maybe we're more like chickens than we think.
I think so.
That's interesting. That was worth the price of admission right there, that last little line. I love that. I just learned something new about chickens today. Jay, in Mississippi, what did you want to say?
My parents raised chickens, and that noise sounds like the same noise a hen makes when she lays an egg. After laying an egg, she'll make a noise, and it sounds just like that. I could be wrong.
Are you referring to this sound?
Yeah, well, it's a little bit longer than that, but
Oh, hold on.
yeah, the chicken. Yeah, it sounds like that. If she lays an egg,
So you're telling me that this chicken that left us a voicemail, which, by the way, if you missed it, you can hear it on our podcast after the show. There's a reason why a chicken left a voicemail, and it's a very good reason. We loaded it into ChatGPT to try to get a translation, but we didn't even need to do that. We just had to call Jay.
Yeah.
You are a human chicken translator.
well, I'm just saying, I've been around chickens, and I've been around them when a coon or a possum gets in the chicken house, and we had to go out there with spotlight, usually shoot it, clean it, knead it.
Are you talking about the raccoon?
Yeah.
Wow. What does a raccoon taste like?
You cook it like a roast. It's brown meat, and when you clean it, the coon had to be demusked. There's a certain-
Demusked?
Yes, there's like a gland or something when you're skinning it out and cleaning it. If you don't take that gland off, it will mess up the meat. Everything will taste bad.
Oh, it's like the raccoon's last revenge. Like, oh, you wanted to eat me? Well, that little stinker inside of me is going to get you. It's like when you're opening up a crab and it cuts you.
Yep, crab's revenge.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, Jay, my hope is that one day we're all sitting around a dinner table and you're there and you've cooked us a nice, unusual animal to eat, and we could all enjoy it. J-Bo, you'll take the first bite. You let me know how it is.
No, you're the one that wants the dinner, so you should take the first bite.
Kenny will do it for
course
sure.
he will.
Yeah, he will.
Yeah, that's my job.
Kenny will.
Yeah.
Let's just hope he don't mess the censor up on his underwear.
Okay, that's so many long stories here.
I heard. What number is he on now?
Okay, so just very quickly, Kenny is a part of a science experiment where they're tracking his gas, and he's been wearing smart underwear, and he keeps breaking them over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
And we're I think going to be on number 4 this week, right?
I'm awaiting the 4th center to be delivered, yes.
But they really,
Okay.
obviously, the scientists want to study him. They keep sending him these
Yes.
packages because this guy's a force to be reckoned with.
Especially if you're breaking things. Breaking tech.
Yes. So anyway, Jay, we love you, and you know you're a truck driver. I don't need to say it, but my ears are open.
We got you.
Hey, there you go. Yeah.
Have a great Monday.
You too,
You too.
Jay.
Take care.
Thanks, Jay.
Hey, one other thing I got to say.
Go ahead.
That chicken might have been excited.
Exactly.
We gotta get Jay out of here.
Oh, that's great, Jay. Have a great week, Jay.
All right, y'all do the same.
All right, bye.
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 One of our favorite listeners on the planet. Her name is Candy. She's from Wisconsin. You may have heard her on the show. She's a dairy farmer. And she let us know last week that her boyfriend was going to be out of town. Her birthday's coming up. And so Kenny went out and recorded random strangers wishing her a happy birthday, which, you know, we got to do the best that we can, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Candy's on the phone. She wanted to say something to us. Yes, Candy, go ahead.
I wanted to say thank you because, like, I mean, I was, like, crying laughter, crying sappy, and, like, I didn't really get to say anything. The amount of energy Kenny went in to go ask strangers to wish me a happy birthday, like, that's a lot of effort put in. That's really nice. And I just wanted to say thank you. You guys are great.
You're more than welcome, Candy. You deserve it.
I was just baffled. I'm like, these people, I mean, you know me from a call every day, and you took time out of your day to go and make my day better, and that's fantastic. And I just want to say thank you now that I'm not crying in laughter.
And
keep being you.
Let me just say, you know, if you missed it last week, it was a very emotional moment. Kenny interviewed this nice college kid, and they sang this together for you, the dairy farmer.
Moo, 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 moo.
Now the guy joins in.
Moo, 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 moo.
That was all for Candy.
Moo, 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 moo.
So I understand why you're so emotionally rocked by that.
That would rock me too.
It was right to your heart.
Yes.
You know, it was beautiful. I almost cried for you, Candy. It was really beautiful.
I just feel like you guys are a family. You got so many listeners that you make their days so, like, brighter. It's just great. And you actually care about your listeners, and it's great. You guys keep doing you. Your show is fantastic.
Well, thank you, Candy.
Thanks, Kenny. And, you know, thank God for the opportunity. You know, not a lot of people in our industry anymore unfortunately, they don't get the opportunity to talk to listeners every day. They have this, it's weird. Like, you work in radio long enough, they start trying to shove formulas down your throat.
Yeah.
And, I don't think they work. Like, they'll take something that worked for one personality or one show, and they'll be like, well, this is what you have to do to make your show work. And I've like gotten into arguments with people over the years saying, no, that's not what we're going to do. That's not what I do. Like, one time somebody tried to convince me to be like a TikTok kid, and I'm like, I'm in my 30s.
Besides, TJ, you can't dance.
Yeah, you think I could dance? Like, the craziest conversations happen that, most people will never know and never be a part of. So, the fact that we even get this opportunity to pick up the phone and there's a Candy there, or you name all the listeners that call, this is a very unique space, and I don't take it for granted that we have this cool opportunity. So thank you for saying that. And, we just want to do a good job with it while we have the opportunity to be on your radio.
Absolutely.
Candy, I'll be crying for all these people in radio who are dealing with that every day. You're crying because you got people singing Moo songs to you. Everyone's crying, and it feels good.
It's good for the soul.
That's right. I hear crying is good for you. This is the TJ Show, or news. It sounds different around here. Kenny reads through every story he can find, and then he brings us the most interesting ones. Kenny, what's happening on the planet today?
It's a big day for our 4 astronauts on their way to the moon. Actually, they're pretty much there at this point, but there's a lot going on in space right now.
Are you sure there's a lot going on?
Well, yeah, history is being made.
So much traffic.
Yeah.
It's crazy up there.
It's like a regular block of New York City.
Yep.
Well, the Artemis 2 crew is expected to surpass the record previously set by the Apollo 13 crew in 1970. So these astronauts will be the farthest away from Earth than any human in the history of mankind.
It is mind-blowing to think that they can get a little tiny spacecraft up there. They can go around the moon, around the Earth.
There's going to be coverage pretty much all day today, and a lot of what's going on is going to be live streamed, even on Netflix.
Meaning seeing the moon?
Yes.
Wow, that is cool.
That is pretty cool.
They're going to have interviews with the crew, but it's a lot of coverage through NASA's website and on Netflix today.
It is mind-blowing. Like, when you see these photos, you remember, like, how tiny we are. We are so small. And it's like, wow, we're in the middle of this crazy story right now.
Yeah.
Through this flyby mission, the NASA astronauts are going to have a 7-hour lunar observation period of the moon. And because there aren't that many windows on the Orion spacecraft, they're taking shifts. The astronauts will work in pairs, and they'll each look at the moon for about 45 to 55 minutes and record their observations.
It's got to be so uncomfortable. I was sitting in my couch, and I was trying to, like, just doze off. I couldn't do it. And I don't know how they sleep in that very uncomfortable, tiny space. If I can't do it on my couch on Earth, how are they getting rest?
They're
Velcro?
able to do it. Yeah.
How are you not able to kind of like just fall asleep on your couch?
I don't know. I'm trying to learn from my dad. I was with him yesterday. Mid-conversation, he started dozing
Yeah,
off.
my husband Archie has that mastered.
Right. It's very impressive.
Yeah, they are in sleeping bags, I think Velcroed to something on the ship because there is no gravity when they are there. The other thing I wanted to mention is the one scary part of today. It's going to happen where the astronauts are going to lose communication with Earth for about 45 to 55 minutes.
Hoping all goes well. Kenny, what else do you have?
The UCLA Bruins are women's national championships in college basketball. They really beat down on South Carolina last night, 79-51.
I did not see that coming. I mean, UCLA took a page out of South Carolina's book. They beat down on UConn, and then UCLA was like, oh, we'll do that. And they beat down South Carolina. I did not see that coming at all.
And you love South Carolina.
I do, yeah. I wasn't rooting for them to I'll take that back. I'm always rooting for them. I just didn't think they were going to win the championship, which they didn't. But I thought Texas would be the one winning, and Texas got a beat down from UCLA, and that was surprising.
It just seems like it's upset after upset after upset.
Yeah, surprise, surprise, surprise.
Yeah, this is the first national championship for UCLA's women's basketball program in history. They made it to the Final Four last year, and they took another step this year. Congratulations. And March Madness ends officially tonight with the men's championship game. It's UConn versus Michigan. Michigan is a 7.5-point favorite to win.
Kenny, what else do you have?
Congratulations to an Illinois couple, Melanie and Bob. They just got married at, of all places, a Buc-ee's. gas station and convenience store.
Hey, Buc-ee's is like it's a mall, really.
You love Buc-ee's.
There's so many things you can find there. Everything from food to souvenirs to things for your kitchen. So I'm not surprised that they had a wedding there. I'm sure their guests were happy with it.
Well, who knows? Maybe this will inspire a whole new wing. Like a wedding venue section, catering. I'm sure it's a lot less money than what you're doing, Kenny.
Yeah, I unfortunately already signed a contract. But
Did you think of this? I mean, this is a great idea.
Buc-ee's did not cross my mind. Well, we don't have Buc-ee's where we're getting married, but I hear it's wonderful. I hear their brisket is out of this world.
Delish.
Like, is it a real sandwich? Like, it's not just a gas station sandwich.
No, it's legit, man.
Yeah, that's
It is
cool.
They're
legit.
making it there.
Yes,
Like,
Wow.
they make it there.
You
It is
watch
legit.
them.
They're
yeah.
carving the meat and everything.
Well, and
It's
when there's new
delicious.
brisket out there, doesn't like the whole store applaud? Like they bring it out on
They
a
get excited. And they have the cleanest bathrooms. There's like bathroom attendants there. When you get done, they go in, they make sure everything is clean in that stall, and then they pretty much usher in the next person.
I
Like Trader
love it.
Joe's times 10. you know what I
Oh,
mean?
Yeah, it's
my.
great.
I was driving into the parking lot, and this dude who was pushing carts could have totally gone in front of my car. He insisted that I go first. It was such great customer service. I'm like, look at
Nice.
this fine gentleman.
Yeah, the
I
people they
love it.
hire are really great people.
Yeah, well, you've been
the,
hired
the
by them.
best people. Yeah,
You've
yeah.
been hired by
Oh,
them.
yeah, that's right. I was too. Yeah,
Yeah.
I worked there. No big
Kenny.
deal.
Well, Bob initially made this as a joke, but his bride-to-be loved the idea, and they did want to save money on a wedding, and they went this unconventional route. It was pretty impromptu. From what I understand, they put out a Facebook post looking for an officiant in the area. Like I said, this couple's from Illinois. They got married in the Smoky Mountains of Tennessee. So they put up a Facebook post asking for someone to officiate their wedding. They got several offers, including one from a ventriloquist who wanted to perform the ceremony with his puppet.
That's the winner, right? Obviously.
They decided not to go that route. They found a local fireman, and he performed the ceremony
Fine.
at Buc-ee's.
A hero.
They needed
Fine.
something to be normal about their wedding.
Yeah. No, I'm glad they went that route rather than, go ahead, say I do.
And of course, a lot of their family and friends couldn't be there because of the nature of the wedding, but they do plan to celebrate at home with their family and friends.
Nice. Look at that. Hey, anytime you could save a few bucks, I'm in. What else you got, Kenny?
Well, speaking of saving money, a consumer advocacy group in Italy sued Netflix and won. A court in Rome ruled that Netflix's price increases over the last 7 years were unlawful, and now the streamer must refund its Italian customers.
Wow. That's interesting. I wonder if that has any effect on here.
I certainly hope so, because
Probably
they just
not.
raised their prices last week again. Yeah, they say each subscriber will be entitled to a reduction in their current subscription price and reimbursement for applicable past charges, and some customers will even get further compensation.
They increase our prices in the States because they have to pay Italy for the prices that they give them back. They have to give them back money, so that's why.
I'm sure they can get away with all kinds of wild things. Kenny, what else do you have?
We're seeing an uptick in this new type of scam. It's called review bombing. Essentially, these scammers are targeting small businesses, and they're flooding the Google reviews for these businesses with 1-star negative reviews, and then reaching out to the business asking for pretty much a ransom. If you want these posts taken down, pay us $5,000.
Oh, yeah. Those are trustworthy people that are going to keep their word.
That is crazy.
Yeah, you pay them, and then it's like, all right, well, hands off, you're fine. These reviews have been a problem for a really long time, and people look at reviews, myself included.
Yep,
You're about
me
to
too.
go to a doctor. You're about to go to a restaurant. What's the first thing you look at?
Reviews.
And the system is so broken. That's the last thing you need.
Yeah, and it's tough too, because although Google says they do a lot to prevent this from happening, most oftentimes the small businesses are claiming that it takes way too long, and in many cases the damage is already done. Their reputation has already been ruined by these scams. And some of these scams, it's like bots in Bangladesh or some foreign country where they're just seeking out these small businesses, putting these convincing 1-star reviews, and then the owners are like, what do I do now?
Ugh. Yeah,
No,
that's sad.
I've seen a lot of reviews where the company does respond back to the reviews. So can they still do that and
So-
say like, "Hey, this is a bot and this isn't real"? And
That does appear to be a tactic that some victims are taking matters into their own hands by exposing the scammers publicly, which can sometimes force the scammers to back off.
But here's the problem. If you're searching on Google and you see a restaurant has 2.5 stars, are you even looking into the
sometimes
responses?
you
I
don't
mean,
get
how
the time of
often do you
day.
go
Yeah,
that
that's
deep
true.
into it? Kenny, what else do you have?
The men's NCAA championship is tonight. and the women's national championship last night. Congratulations to UCLA. I saw this article about the surge in popularity for women's sports. It's quite impressive. Since 2022, investments in women's sports have grown 227% annually on average.
That's great.
Last year, the WNBA broke its single-season attendance record with a month left to spare, and that season starts up in May, by the way.
Yes, it does.
Last month, a record 63,000 fans showed up to a National Women's Soccer League game in Denver, and just over the weekend, Madison Square Garden sold out with the Professional Women's Hockey League.
How about that?
Yeah, the New York
Oh,
Sirens took
great.
on the Seattle Torrent. Sold-out crowd, MSG.
That's
Wow.
cool. I did some women's sports this weekend.
You did?
Yeah, my girls are into wiffle ball now.
Nice.
And Grandpa's teaching them how to swing the bat. And
Nice.
I'll tell you, I pitch a fastball to my daughter Charlie. She's hitting it.
Good for her.
And it was really fun. And I was like, man, I still got my little throw, and the kids are into it. It was really fun. It was the most movement I've had in about 2 months.
Well, listen, since you didn't become a professional player, maybe one of your daughters will.
Yeah.
Your dad will be very happy with that.
That's right. Absolutely. I let my dad down in sports. That's for sure.
That's right.
Well, projections say that U.S. women's sports market will generate about $2.5 billion in annual revenue for rights holders by 2030. That's a 16% annual growth rate, which is triple that of men's sports.
Look at that.
Weird.
Kenny, what else do you have?
Malcolm in the Middle is coming back. Its reboot season is debuting this Friday on Disney Plus and Hulu.
Did you watch it the first time? Did any of you guys watch it?
No.
I didn't either.
I was into it. I know Bryan Cranston was the dad, and
I know,
he of course
he's-
went on to Breaking Bad fame.
Well, he's amazing.
Yeah. Great actor. Everybody's back. Bryan Cranston, Frankie Muniz, everybody except for the actor who played Dewey, Malcolm's youngest brother, Eric Persullivan. They talked to Jane Kaczmarek, who plays Malcolm's mom in the show. She's back. She said Eric turned down buckets of money to come back for the reboot. He is more interested in his education. He is at Harvard studying Charles Dickens. And according to Jane, he's an incredible student.
Wow. Look
Okay,
at that.
all right.
See.
Charles Dickens. I don't know if I would give up money to study him, but that's cool. You can always go back and study that.
Yeah, read the book on the set
Yeah.
with a little study guide alongside of it.
How many times do you need to read Oliver Twist?
I always wonder if, like a child star, they look back on their childhood and they feel like they were robbed. I'm just totally making this up, but you hear that over and over again where it's like they don't really want to be on a set. They want to play with their friends, playing hide and seek.
And maybe they thought it was really cool, right? Like, oh, the school plays are cool. And then you start acting in films and TV shows and you think that's cool. But then after a while, I'm sure as a child, you're like, wait, I just want to hang out with my friends in the park and like have sleepovers and be a normal kid. I don't know.
Still a job.
Yeah.
I mean, you're still working.
Yeah, for a kid. Yeah.
Well, good for him. He gets to make a choice. Not a lot of people have choices, right?
That's right.
Or at least they don't think they do.
Right.
So the show will look a little different as they recast Dewey's part to a different actor. From what I understand, the mother and father are celebrating their 40th wedding anniversary, and that's what's bringing the whole family back into
Oh, that's
town
clever.
for the reboot.
What a great idea. Wasn't Full House the first one to really do that?
Fuller House,
Fuller House?
the Netflix
Seems
show.
like it, maybe.
Yeah, probably.
Clever idea. Kenny, what else do you have?
Well, I want to tell you about the Wilson family from Boise, Idaho. They recently ordered Domino's Pizza, and they got a call from their delivery driver, Dan, saying that the store was out of the Diet Coke. They wanted a bottle of Diet Coke with their pizza. They said, no big deal, whatever. But unbeknownst to them, Dan, the delivery driver, made a personal stop to pick up a bottle of Diet Coke himself so the order would be exactly right. The family was blown away that he went the extra mile for them. They wish they had more cash to give him a proper tip. They ended up learning that he's going to be retiring soon. He'd been working at Domino's for 14 years. That was his second job. He's going to be retiring. So what they did is they shared this story on social media and they started a GoFundMe page for Dan's retirement. In 5 days, they raised $31,000.
Hey, how about that?
That's awesome.
So some customer service.
Yeah, proper
Coming
send off for
back.
Dan, who worked hard for that family. And
Good
I'm sure
for
many
him.
others.
Kenny, thanks for keeping us somewhat informed.
That's what's happening.
Hi, this is the TJ Show. Who's this?
This is Charlie again, calling from home again, because I have another complaint.
Oh, wait, hold on. This is my daughter, Charlie, who got the phone number to the show. And now, rather than calling me on my cell phone, is calling into the show, Jabo.
Harassing her daddy at work.
What, Charlie? What happened?
So, Mama was going to make us chocolate chip pancakes.
I already know where this is going.
Already made the pancakes, and she spent all this time, and then she went into the cabinet and found that all the chocolate chips were missing.
I knew it. This is the second time you've done this, TJ.
Guys.
The first time your daughter Noah called you out, that's your youngest, called you out on this. You ate all the chocolate chips, I'm assuming?
I'm taking the fall for something. There was one bag of chocolate chips with just a little bit left, like an inch of chocolate chips at the bottom.
That's always the story.
Well, no, this is what happened. And so, Charlie, I ate a very reasonable amount. Don't let Mama make me sound gross.
How much chocolate chips did you eat?
This is a question that I get so often. I had probably, if I had to think of a number, 15.
Oh, Mama even started hiding them and you found them.
Yeah.
She's hiding them from you.
Well, she put them in the cabinet next to the cabinet we usually have them in. Like, it's easy to find. It's not a great spot.
Well, why are you even looking for them?
I just happened to open the cabinet. I saw the little blue bag. We get the Ghirardelli ones. Pair them with pretzels. That's a great combo. I got some great strawberries yesterday. I don't melt them because that's too much work, but I'll eat the strawberry, then quickly put the chips in my mouth, and I mix it all together. It's great. It's almost as good as a real chocolate-covered strawberry. Apparently, I'm not allowed to eat food out of my own kitchen.
Not.
We need them now, though.
All right. Guys, have a pancake without a chocolate chip. It's good for you.
Mom got some for baking. Not eating strawberries and then quickly putting the chocolate chips in your mouth afterwards because it's almost as good as a real chocolate strawberry.
Okay, Charlie, I got it. Listen.
Charlie, Dada has a very demanding job, and he needs those chocolate chips for his energy.
That's right.
Okay. Well, don't eat too many. Don't eat the ones that you buy this time.
Okay, I'll get 3 bags, okay?
Seriously, you need to
Okay,
invest in these chocolate chips.
All right. I love you very much. They're very expensive, by the way. You know, you see these
They
chocolate
are.
prices, they've gone up. Yeah, that's hitting me hard. Harder than gasoline, actually.
That's what drives him to eat the chocolate chips.
Yeah.
Because they're so expensive. Welcome to adulthood.
I have to go back to playing Minecraft.
Yeah, I know. You have a good day, okay?
Bye.
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 I can't believe how complicated the chocolate chip situation has gotten.
You're not allowed to eat in your
No,
house.
I
TJ.
literally, I hide from my wife. I will not open the bag. Even if she's in the vicinity where she can hear it, I won't even crinkle the bag. I don't want her to know that I'm eating them. And this is like a worst case scenario. They not only they know that I had them, but then I get this reputation for eating them all when there weren't even that many left.
Yeah, this has happened. Yeah, 'cause I originally said twice, but remember your wife Jess also called at one point asking about the chocolate chips. So it's happened at least 3 times that we know of.
Guys, have you had them yet? The blue bag
No,
ones?
they're great. You just need to buy more. That's all.
Do you eat them?
Yeah, of course.
They're great,
I literally had a handful of chocolate chips yesterday, but I don't have kids calling me at work telling me where are my chocolate chips. I can do that.
Put a few of those in a Ziploc bag for me. Bring them in. I'll have some of those.
Hey, it's Amelia Retaller.
And Evan Lazarus.
And this is Girls Rewatch Podcast, a podcast about girls,
TV,
and girls on TV.
We spent the last 2 years watching every episode of HBO's Girls, written by Lena Dunham. We spent time analyzing the character dynamics,
compared the culture then to the culture now,
and asked our guests important questions like,
Girl, what girl are you? And girl, did we have fun. We got to talk to iconic guests such as Zasha Mamet, Andrew Rannells, and even Judd Apatow. Now it's time for us to dive into our new era where we will be rewatching every episode of Abby and Alana's Broad City.
We're so excited to be walking down memory lane in army jackets, little Vans, and fugly jeans.
So get in that subway car headed to Gowanus from Astoria because, girls, it's time to hack into Broad City.
I wish there was a train that connected Astoria to Gowanus.
Be sure to follow along on our journey by subscribing to the podcast. We release new episodes every Tuesday.
Have you ever stumbled across a K-pop performance clip and thought to yourself, oh, I'm curious, yeah.
Or maybe you overheard a friend or family member talking about their bias and wanted to join in.
Are you already a K-pop stan and just looking for a space to connect with other fans? I just need some space and share your passion with them. Welcome to K-All, your one-stop magic shop that delves deep into the electrifying world of K-pop. I'm Angel, a seasoned BTS ARMY and a chronic lyric analyzer.
And I'm Lauren, a veteran Stray Kids stan who's always looking for new groups to collect like Pokemon. We've been friends for years and K-pop stans for even longer, and we're excited to have you join us down this K-pop rabbit hole.
Whether you're a super stan or just getting into the scene, We're here to bring you the latest news and releases, musical deep dives, as well as fun discussions examining the vibrant fan culture under a magnifying glass.
So if you like boy groups, girl groups, big groups, or small groups, there's something here for everyone.
Hey All episodes release each Tuesday at 11 a.m. Eastern, everywhere that you listen to podcasts, as well as on our YouTube channel, where you can sometimes find special content that we post on Thursdays. That's all for K-All. Talk to you later.
This is the TJ Show, and normally we pick up the phone and we answer your phone calls at 877-RADIO-TJ. You're always welcome to join in on the conversation. But we were thinking of one of our listeners who lives in Maui, and we thought to reach out to him to check in on him. Hey, Dave in Maui, is that you?
Well, I appreciate you guys calling. It's so hard because we're 6 hours apart.
I know, it's very complicated, but you know what? I got to give Jabo the credit on this one. So,
well, thank you, Jabo.
So, Jabo had mentioned, hey, I wonder how Dave is doing. She was thinking of you. And we know that there was some flooding in Maui.
Yes, there was.
Did that affect you?
Not me personally, because we live on the North Shore. The south side and the west side, they got pretty hammered, yeah. Also, Oahu took a lot of damage. It was amazing. I've lived here for over 41 years, and it was the worst storm I've ever experienced.
Is that unusual for Hawaii?
Extremely.
Huh.
You know, we have hurricanes, but usually they miss us. This was insane. And there were spots in Kula that got over 48 inches of rain.
Oh, my goodness.
Are you kidding me? That's crazy.
No, it was incredible.
How many storms came through?
For 1 month, we almost had rain every day. It was crazy.
Well, Dave, I'm glad you're okay. You know, and I feel terrible about myself that I thought of Dave. Every time I look at a pineapple, I think of you because you sent us pineapples from Hawaii.
I think of Dave, too.
It was one of the greatest gifts.
I'm kind of like Wilson in that movie with Tom Hanks.
In Castaway,
No, but what I'm saying is, like, I think of you because you sent us a gift of a pineapple. Jabo just randomly brought you up, and I was like, oh, it's great you brought Dave up because he left us a message. And I think it was before all of the flooding and everything.
Oh,
so,
it was.
Yeah.
I thought about you when the storms were happening, and then I forgot to bring it up, and then today, actually, a couple days ago, producer Heather and I were talking about you, and then I was like, oh, yeah. So you've been brought up a lot, and now I finally just decided to say something. Take it to my mind, not my heart. You know what I mean? It's definitely my mind's fault.
You guys. Yeah. It's so funny because I don't know what's up with my radio in my truck, but it doesn't pick up reception, so I don't get you till I get to work, so I only hear you for a couple of hours.
Oh,
But,
well, hey, we'll take it. A couple hours is a lot.
Well, you know, so I just wanted to give you guys a call when I had the chance to say I'm thinking of you guys. But one thing I did want to mention to you guys, which I would love you to do the Google Earth. I want you guys to see where we actually live.
Wait, you want us to look at your house on Google Earth?
Well, if you look at the area that we live in, it's kind of cool.
Whoa, this feels so creepy and cool at the same time.
What's your address?
All right. Put him on hold.
Are you
Wait,
ready?
Dave, no. Let's put you on hold. Hold on. There's Dave in Maui. He's doing well.
Yay!
And I always appreciate you guys. I just love listening to your listeners. They feel just like I do. I feel like family with you guys.
Well, Dave, you have an amazing week and enjoy. We will talk to you again soon, okay?
You take
Glad
care
you're
of yourself.
okay.
Certainly will. I love you guys. Aloha.
See ya.
Love you.
We got an email here. It's a tense email. And it says, hello. You ran a news segment. So this was last week. We were talking about how Reese's was being criticized, you know, the peanut butter cups.
Right.
For cheapening their ingredients. Yeah, they were using like a fake chocolate. And you were criticizing the decision to make changes for cost-cutting measures. And I said that because I'm not a fan of cheapening the ingredients and making the product worse.
Sure.
Well, you may not be aware of this, but on the station that this guy listens to us on, we were brought in for the very reason that you are cheaper than local talent. This is something I hear a lot, by the way, in radio, and I'll address this. So it comes off as extremely hypocritical and tone deaf. In summary, please be aware, and I'm skipping around his email, that you are a syndicated show. You're driving away local talent because you are a cheaper product, and you should probably be aware of that in your opinions. So, I am probably the biggest fan of local radio talent when it's able to be properly supported. We are not responsible for driving away local broadcasters. So I was a local radio person for a lot of years.
As I was too.
Right. Now, we have different stories.
Yes.
But I was fired from my job as a local talent. And these are very nice people. It was nothing against me personally. It was in the middle of COVID. And between then and now, I heard from a lot of radio stations, and they were asking me if I would work with them locally. But for me, it just sounded like what we needed to make it actually work, it wasn't available. Not because they were terrible people, they just didn't have the resources. So I said, well, I'm not going to get back into that space. If we're going to do it, we're going to have to do it on a national scale. Yes, Kenny.
Well, I was going to say that I've been in some of these meetings that TJ has with radio stations that are considering taking our show. And you're so pro-local talent that you will tell a station not to hire us in favor of local talent.
No. What I do is if they have local talent, then I say, of course, run it. If they're great, go for it. But what tends to happen in our industry, so you've got a radio station, they only have so much money. They wind up paying a morning show guy barely anything. They wind up paying an afternoon guy barely anything, and they hope it works. And then what happens there, both of the people they hire wind up losing their job because of course it doesn't work. They can't live on the money that they're trying to pay them. And while I appreciate your respect for local radio personalities, and I do too, I love them and I want them to thrive, we do a lot of things behind the scenes where we try to come alongside radio stations to the best of our ability and support them locally. We want to be a place where we're actually helping to support radio. My hope is that looking back 10, 20 years, God willing, we're still given the opportunity to do this. Hopefully we make radio a better place. I think the radio still has so much to offer as a delivery system for audio and connection. It's different than YouTube influencers. There's something special about it. I fell in love with it as a kid. It's why I'm here doing it today. So we certainly don't want to hurt this precious space. And we appreciate you turning on your radio today. Don't we love it when we hear from our friend Liz, the NASA barber?
Yeah, she's so great.
She's awesome. Hey, Liz, what can we do for you today?
You were talking about those Reese's Pieces candy the other day.
Oh, yeah. Well, are you talking about the story where Reese's, the great-grandson of the inventor, started criticizing the ingredients, that they've cheapened the ingredients and it's hurt the product? Now it seems like Hershey's is going back and they're going to start using real chocolate again.
Yeah, there you go. Well, I make my own homemade Easter eggs. It's a 3-day process. It's a half-pound chocolate-covered peanut butter egg that tastes just like a giant Reese's Pieces. So I just kind of wanted to make your mouth water for that today. But also
it's watering. Can I get the recipe for that?
Oh, it's so easy, but it's a 3-day process.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. It's a lot easier. The checkout at the grocery store, they got that orange package screaming your name.
Yeah, it does.
Doesn't take 3 days, takes 3 seconds. But no, you know what? I love people like you in the neighborhood, Liz, because we've got some people who make these weird little peanut butter balls around our house. And once a year, she shows up unannounced.
Buckeyes. Talking about Buckeyes?
Yes.
Yes, those are so good.
That's exactly right. And she shows up.
Amazing.
Yep.
This is part of the benefit of marrying my wife. She has all these friends that love her. Shows up, delivers it every year. The whole family fights over who gets how many. And if you don't eat your share the first day, then somebody else can grab it the next day. It's very concerning.
I have a lot of really good cooks in my neighborhood, and we're all the time at Christmas time. Everybody's racing around giving cookies out to each other. So, yes, I understand that exactly.
Yeah.
So
it's very nice to have friends who care and want to put that kind of time and effort in. So keep doing it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, y'all. Love y'all.
Yes, you too, Liz. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, Yeah, who knew that Reese's would cause so much controversy? You got this peanut butter and chocolate, and people are arguing about it.
It seems like Liz was trying to rush us off the phone like she has something to do.
Well, she works at NASA. I mean, this has been a busy time with the astronauts, and she cuts the hair of the astronauts, but still, she's a part of the whole thing.
You know, you have a lot of cameras around the NASA base right now, and I'm sure people want to look their best, so they're in line to get their hair cut by Liz.
Yes, of course. No, I mean, it's front and center. We're probably going to get an update on the people in space, the astronauts.
I just wanted that recipe. That's really what I wanted.
Well, I didn't want to pressure her. I asked my Aunt Trudy for her pecan pie recipe one year. She said she'd give it to me. She never did. So, this causes, we don't want tension with Liz. She's got enough going on.
J-Bo, I have her email address. I can pass
Thank
it
you.
along for you.
Appreciate that.
All right.
Thank you.
Ask her, but do it gently.
I'm going to let J-Bo ask her. I'll just give her email.
This is the TJ Show. Over the weekend, I was in an area that I wasn't too familiar with.
All right.
And I mentioned, I'm going to this store over here. And he goes, okay, let me tell you how to get there. This is like a much older guy. He goes, you want to get on this road over here. And then he starts going into a whole directions routine. And like from the first word, I'm like, does this guy realize, like, of course I'm going to use my phone. And he just keeps going. He's like, you got to make a turn. I've lost everything he's saying already. Like, I didn't hear the first part.
I'm sure.
Then you go, there's a little thing over here. You go, and if you want to get on north, and I'm like, hey, I am going to use my GPS. He's like, okay, you got it? And it's like, yes, this is what we're all doing now.
Yes.
Like the directions, we don't need the directions. But I kind of felt like I was a little rude, and I felt bad about it when I walked away. But I'm like, he must know.
I literally taught my dad Tuesday of last week how to use the GPS on his phone.
Get out of here.
Yeah, for the first time. He doesn't go anywhere unless he knows how to get there.
So you think he has not committed, this guy, to GPS?
Yeah,
and
probably not.
He's just living the way he's always lived.
Correct. And he gets lost, he gets lost.
Especially if he's used to the area. He knows how to get places.
Sure.
And he's like, I don't need a GPS. And maybe he doesn't go past that area.
That's true. Yes, some people just stay in like a little tiny area, and that's the end of that. Yeah.
So I think there might be like some sense of pride that this guy has because he knows how to get there and he wants to share that information with you. Like, if I know how to get someplace, I'm happy to give directions. I like giving directions.
You like to know.
I like to know, and I like to let other people know that I know.
Right.
Oh, yeah, we know.
I'm glad you know. I know you know. I know.
We do know.
We know.
Is your dad a GPS guy, or is he a directions guy?
He knows how to use it, but I think he avoids using GPS at all costs.
To brag?
Yeah, well, I mean, I've been driving since before you were born, obviously, because I'm your father.
Right.
Well, usually when someone tries to give me directions somewhere, I'll just say, oh, no, it's cool. I'm just going to put it in my GPS. Just text me the address. So I just...
just stop right there.
just stop. Like, I don't want you to waste your breath. We only get so many breaths in our lives, and you just wasted a breath right there. So.
Yeah. So, okay, I'm glad. I feel a little better about that. I was just like, the poor guy. Like, he was so happy to give me directions, and I'm like, I don't want him.
But I will also say this. Just the other day, my husband Archie and I were sitting in traffic because a couple streets were shut down in our city, and I was like, nah, don't go that way. Go this way. And I started pointing which way to go.
Uh-oh.
So I did kind of feel good about myself, But also he was like, hey, babe. I was like, hey.
Going back to my dad with directions, he was giving us all directions yesterday at our little Easter brunch with my family.
Cooking?
No. Housework. The most poorly timed housework ever. We had my cousins coming over, and my cousin Mike walks through the door, and he's like,
Hey, Mike, why don't you hop over there on that ladder? We're getting the house painted next week, so we need all the stuff off the walls. We got to take all the light fixtures off the walls.
Well, hey, it's free labor, right?
You hop to it over there. Happy Easter. You hop over there, and we got to clean this house up.
It was poorly planned for y'all, but in his mind, he had it planned for weeks.
He's like, I got extra labor coming to the house.
Right.
Dads know how to give directions. This is the TJ Show.
It's tax season, and at LifeLock, we know you're tired of numbers. But here's a big one you need to hear. Billions. That's the amount of money in refunds the IRS has flagged for possible identity fraud. Now here's another big number, 100 million. That's how many data points LifeLock monitors every second. If your identity is stolen, we'll fix it guaranteed. One last big number, save up to 40% your first year. Visit LifeLock.com/podcast for the threats you can't control. Terms apply.